I was listening to a teaching with a group of fellas today, and I was reminded of something. Now, I've read this type of thinking before, actually quite a bit of this type of thing, but I received a reminder of it in just a slightly different way today, and it got me thinking, and I wanted to share with you. The basic idea is this: if there is no God, then there really isn't an intellectual basis for making an appeal to justice or to point out injustice, because if there is no God, if that's true, then nature is all that exists, and nature simply is what it is. It's sort of blind and random. As a matter of fact, nature without God, if there is no God, nature is ruled by the survival of the fittest, right? Isn't that what we've all been taught? Nature is actually even somewhat ruthless. You know, a lion doesn't ever stop for a moment after it kills an antelope and think, oh my goodness, what have I done? What in the world, when am I going to stop this senseless killing? This antelope had a wife and 3 kids. Oh my, no, of course, the lion is just doing what comes naturally. There is no objective moral ought in a world without God. Like I ought to do this, or I ought to do, or you ought to do that because it's morally right. No, not really. Not without God. There's only the rich get to make the moral rules, or the powerful get to make the moral rules, or those with some kind of influence get to make the moral rules, or I get to make my own moral rules. You get to make your own moral rules. This appeal to justice, which is something we all feel, we all get this, we understand it. It requires really an objective standard of justice. When you say, hey, that's not right, says who? You say, well, we all voted on it. Yeah, but that's not an objective standard. That changes. That can change. We might vote another way 2 or 3 years from now. The only really true objective standard of justice is God.